MOE'S Toy Room, we're gonna unbox from NECA Toys and their Predator line. Here is the Jungle Hunter, the Predator. Everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Toy Room, coming from my room to yours. And today we are going to unbox and review from NECA. Here is their Predator Jungle Hunter. This is from the Predator line of Predators. As you can see right here, there is the Predator himself decked out, ready to go to battle with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the one that was in the movie that went one-on-one with the man himself, the Hollywood icon Arnold. This is the Predator that put him through a clinic. If we open up his window flap right there, you can see Predator in action figure form, how he could look. And then right here, you have the Predator as he's locked behind his window of pain, trapped in his plastic prison, ready to be released any moment now. We're going to turn that to the side right here. Look at that side font, looking ever so sharp. NECA has decked this out always. They always do this, and they put a gloss over their box. Their boxes sell these figures, and then when you open them up, the figure just like blurs out, like just screams like, we are awesome, right? This is what these Predators are. Looks like you have the actual Predator in their hand. Right there you can see on the back some more info about this Predator, how he could look, and more on the side as it says NECA Predator. All right, folks, so what we are going to do is we're going to save some time by taking him out of the box, and then it's review time here at MOE'S Toy Room, and it's going to go down next. First off, we are going to start off with the height of this Predator right here. And what I did was I got one of these things that we use, I know the seamstress use, but it's pretty accurate. And this Predator stands roughly around 8 inches tall, and he's around 20 centimeters. All right, but as you can see, we're going to kick off right here. He brings a blue plasma blast. He brings his plasma shoulder piece harness here, this thing right here. And it's really cool because it moves back, forward. It has a little hinge right there underneath there, and you can see that. Look at that. It has a little thing right there at the bottom, a little clip or little thing that it rotates on. It moves around, very nice, and it's connected to this whole piece right here. Look at this, it even has a little tube on the back. This symbolizes how this thing functions. It would have been cool if they could have dropped the battery like Lanyard Toys did on their 12-inch Predator and had it to where you could have pushed a button and some lights would have came out. That would have been pretty cool. I would have liked that a lot. Don't know if this thing fits in here or not. Yeah, it does. There you go. Look at that. Super sharp. All right, and then it brings 2 sets of interchangeable hands. We will go through those. Really nice. The detail, look at this, folks. Look at the detail on this thing. The nails, all the way through, the way it looks just screened. Just, man, this is so screen accurate. I mean, NECA, good job. And then it brings a human head skull. And then it brings his trophy, the one that he hangs in the air that's connected to a human head. All these are trophies, but this thing even looks better than some of the skulls that you buy at Spirit Shop for Halloween. I mean, it is really detailed all the way down to the spine. And it is stiff, folks. So I'm going to tell you right now, don't try to bend this thing because you'll probably snap it. It's full blown. It's nice. You can see all the little vertebrae that go all the way through the spine right there, all the way down to the tail vertebrae of his prey. It brings an alternate head. Look at that. Incredible. One thing that I did on a previous episode, I unboxed and reviewed the 12-inch Lanyard Toys Walmart exclusive Predator, which is far cheaper. And what they did was they had a thing where you push his forehead and his fangs would open up. I don't know if that would be the greatest idea for something like this because you might lose some of the detail in it. But this thing, just to put it out there, if you are a Predator fan, right now is the time to be a fan because there's a lot of good product out there for the Predator. Look at this, just nice. All the way to detail through his dreads. Everything's just super nice. Even the top piece is etched out nice. All the detail that this guy had in the movie where he fought Arnold, and then Carl Weathers too, who played, I believe it was Dylan, had Jesse the Body Ventura in there. It has the separate mask. This is the one that he pulled off when he first took it off to fight Arnold. And he took it off, and Arnold just sat back in amazement and was just like, what the hell did I just get myself into? And he had nothing better else to say, but he just sits back and goes, you are one ugly motherfucker. Ha! Right? But anyway, this is what it came down to. All right, folks, so I want to let you know that I don't normally cuss in any of my videos, but this guy is recommended for an age of 17 and up. So parents beware. All right. And then right here we have the Predator himself. Let me get some up close view on this guy. You can see this on this version of the head, the mask is connected. So from the side, he is just completely awesome. All the way down. This is the way you paint up a Predator. This is how they need to look. And for an 8-inch figure, this thing is packing a whole lot of detail all throughout his body. It has the little warrior beads that he has, that he carries on him with some of his small trophies or whatever it is that he has on their bones. It all moves around. He has tubes that are coming off of him that are all throughout this Predator. You can see it right there that help this Predator function all the way around. This guy has it. I want to go through all this before the review. That way I'm trying not to miss anything. He has the other tube that would attach here. For that way you could attach this piece onto there and it would kind of make sense. Right? And then all through the arm. So as far as me going through every little review and bend and all that I normally do, I'm probably going to stay away from a lot of it on this Predator due to the fact that his arms are not made to move as much with these. I don't want them to break. And then he has the open and close thing for his bomb attack, where he sets that timer and it goes off. Doot, 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 doot. And he's all laughing. Remember, he starts laughing. And Arnold just running for his life. Ah! Ah! Right. And when you look throughout the whole back, from his little gown cover that covers his backside, the detail work is just all over this figure. This figure is lacking nothing. From the little side pieces onto over his hip area that kind of protect his outer thigh and hip for some of the stuff that he does, all the way down to his feet. I put him on a NECA stand. And if these NECA stands, if you see them, pick them up. You get like 10 of them. I don't know. They might be around $12. I know I see them all the time at Target. So pick them up while you see them. They're really cool. But what I love about this too, and I want to get back to the paint scheme on this, is I love the way it looks netted. Like as if there's a net throughout his whole body. All this structure is just netted throughout every little crevice, even on his under shoulder garment and everything. It has this all the way up through his neck, even throughout there, right above on his lower back, all the way down. It just has it. Now when you look at his face, look at this. You just don't get this, all right, on a lot of figures. And I think that's why NECA has a really good clamp on this Predator line. Because of this. You're not going to be out in your yard playing with this figure, but you are going to display it so it needs to look the best that it could look. And it's perfect for any diorama, for photos, for all that little snapshot action, little reenactment scenes. All right, folks. So right now we're going to take this guy off of his platform right there, and it's review time. We're going to review this predator and see exactly what he can do. As far as his head looking down, he's already in the down looking down area. He looks up really good. As far as the Michael Myers, side to side, yeah, he looked, remember when he looked at Arnold and a few of his other buddies, Carl Weathers and all of them in there with that crazy deranged look. His head can spin all the way around, obviously, because he has the removable head. Let's go down right below his shoulder area right here. We're going to check it out and see movement. Not much in that shoulder. I can't get his arms to really go up on that one. On this one is the same. And I don't want to break this guy, but that's about what I'm getting. I don't feel a butterfly cup joint in there, so I don't think that there's one in there. But let's see if he has that bicep swivel, and he does. But it's very tough because there's a lot connected to this predator. Okay, and then we're going to go below his joint right there at the elbow. No swivel there at the elbow, but he does. Let's see if he has a double jointed elbow. Yes, he does. Double jointed. You can see that extended piece right there. And NECA from the side just does a great job just to hide all that. As far as his weapons that are on his arms, they do go in and out. They do go inside his gauntlet. I just got one to go in and out. Let's see if I can get more. Okay, there you go. And there you go. You see that? And then they come out even more. Now they're really out. Okay? So we're going to push these back in. You just got to mess with them a little bit. And his hands are on that small ball hinge. They make them great. Okay, now you're wondering, how good is it? How easy are his hands to get on and off? Let's see. That's what the review's for. There you go. And let's see if we could put the other one on. I don't want to break this guy. Okay, because he is just too beautiful. Okay, there it went. You heard the clip. What I had to do is I had to move the hand down a little bit on the hinge. I had to hinge it down to get it, for that way my fingers don't crack into these. Because I'm going to tell you folks, I've had predators that my sons had that we've went to interchange the hands that these have broken on. So just be careful. Be real careful with that. But I'm kind of digging that hand right there. I think I'm going to leave him with that hand, right? All right, so that's it for that hand. The left arm is exactly the same. And his joint right there does not hinder the bicep swivel at all. But I'm not going to do too much due to the fact that I don't want any of this to break off. Really nice, but I'm loving the detail. And then this hand is the exact same way. All right, folks, so let's go right here below his chest area right here. And we want to see if we could get any kind of movement on this predator. Yeah, he does. He does have it. Super nice. And then he also has swivel at the waist. So he has swivel below the chest area and swivel at the waist. There's the chest and at the waist. Really nice. Okay. So let's check out his hips. He does. Look at that. Super nice. Maybe you can see it from the back. Oh, it looks better from the front. You can see it. So he has really good movement. So I'm thinking that he has some good ball joints on the inside of the hips right there. So this guy's ready to go. Look at that. He just stands on his own. Just nice. Does he have upper thigh swivel? No, this predator does not. Does he have swivel at the knee? But let's see if he has that double jointed knee. I am seeing it. You can see it from the inside there. You see the pins? Pin there, pin there. Okay, so let's see his mobility. Look at that. There you go. And it is the same on the other leg, the exact same. All right, folks. So right here, let's see on his, does he have swivel above his calves? No, he does not. Does he have swivel at the bottom of his armor right there? No, he does not. Does he have rocker at the feet? Yes, he does. Nice little rocker right there. Feet go down. That's about how far they're going to go. Go up. They spin all the way around. You could get them to spin if you want to. I'm not going to go through all that trouble because I am digging this guy and I want to put as less wear as I possibly can on him. All right, folks, so give us a moment right here. And what I want to do is I want to attach his plasma blaster to his shoulder and see how good that works. So we're going to be right back. All right, folks, so here we have the Predator right here with his shoulder plasma blaster on. I was going to change out his head, but then my son brought it to my attention that he only usually has that plasma blaster on whenever he has his mask. My son is a huge fan of it. I'm sure that this is the face that Carl Weathers saw that blew his butt away in Jesse Ventura. Remember, Jesse Ventura in the movie, when the movie starts, says one of the stupidest things you could ever see, right, in a movie. And he's shaving with like a knife, I believe, right? Or he's shaving like with no cream or whatever. And the guy confronts him about it. He's like, aren't you worried about bleeding? And he was already bleeding. And Jesse goes, I ain't got time to bleed. Right? But he was already bleeding. And I remember Arnold, when he sees Carl Weathers for the first time, they start arm wrestling. And he's like, Dylan, oh body, ha! And then when the one Indian dude sits back and, you know, he wants to challenge this Predator, he knows he's there. And everybody else is like, run to the chopper! Yeah! Iconic. I love this movie all the way around. I don't mean to bore you guys with that. I just had to put that in. But here he is. I believe this is the Scout Predator son. Okay, we're going to put him side by side with the Scout Predator. I just unboxed this guy. So you can see the two. You can make a mean team with these guys. I mean, I would love to have seen these two fight the aliens. Woo, that would have been a battle. Send these two on top of the three that they had in there. Oh, it would have been a war. This dude right here is just beast mode, this one. All right, folks. So I want to come right back. And what I want to do is I want to switch his head up and see how he'll look with his alternate head. Folks, so there he is with his alternate head. I put his mask in his hand because that's pretty much about almost the pose that he had when Arnold first saw him for the first time. He did have his legs a little bit more spread and then kind of squats down a little bit when he kind of just lures and circles around Arnold for Arnold to see him for the first time. But pretty much this is just capturing the moment. You can do it yourself. This is a photo op piece all the way around, and what's great is all the joints and the articulation can have you put him in the poses he needs to do to recreate that scene. I know that Arnold Schwarzenegger figures are made from NECA, and you could probably find one at a good price on eBay or possibly Amazon. I would more or less go to eBay for one and get a better price, because on Amazon they've been a little too pricey as of late. And here he is next to that Scout Predator again. That's how the two can look. All right, folks, so I'm going to gear this guy all up, and we're going to give him a big old following turn, and we're going to be right back. Folks, so that'll do it for my edition of NECA's Predator, the Jungle Hunter. If you did like this video and are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, so that way you know when the next video like this one hits. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at MOE'S Toys. That's MOE'S TOYS. MOE'S Toys on Instagram. We are also on TikTok at MOE'S Toy Room on TikTok. We have videos there. Follow us on there as well. And from MOE'S Toy Room to yours, everyone, go out and get yourself one. $29.99 at Target is what we paid for this guy, US dollars. From MOE'S Toy Room to yours, everyone. Good night.